These two guys that I came across while watching Invincible, and I have to say, the show slaps. It's just a banger through and through. Yeah, you can argue that there's some flaws here and there, but what's perfect? Not even Perfect Cell was perfect. Anyways, I was watching it and there was just a random set of scenes that stood out to me. It was completely out of left field, like what the fuck? But there was a scene with two guys robbing a bank, and in a show where people get crushed, stomped, smashed, ripped in half, when you're first introduced to these characters, this is what you expect to see. And surprisingly, you don't see that. It's a scene when I thought, oh yeah, he melted that poor girl. The camera pans down and she's completely okay. Turns out these bad guys are really not so bad. Sure, they want the money in the safe of the bank they were trying to rob, but that's all they want. They go out of their way not to hurt anybody. They get thwarted, got me rooting for them by the way, but rather than go back and follow the regular subjects, the heroes, it stays on the villains for a while. And you come to find out that they've been getting fucked by life despite trying to do good time and time again. And the only thing that seems to remotely work was robbing a bank. They even kept trying to go straight and narrow, and they were berated, shat on, and humiliated, and they still tried to do good. They still tried to keep just a regular standard job. But despite that, anytime that they did succeed or even remotely succeed, they were still getting crushed by bills and increases in rent. Like it was a very fucked up, cruel treadmill. It's a hamster wheel. It's a hamster wheel that a lot of us find ourselves on. Now, I know other shows have done this before, but I really like how Invincible does this. Rather than just showing Batman kicking the shit out of henchmen and then just going about his business, going on to the next thing, we're shown the opposite side of this coin. What happens to these henchmen, bad guys, and thugs, and whatever the case may be, that regularly catch fades from superheroes? Think about it. It really sucks to be trapped in a vicious cycle of getting your cheeks clapped by superheroes who get all the glory while you eat dirt in a jail cell. Meanwhile, your kid's starving back at the house. I love this part of the show because it really shows how it's not that people are inherently evil. It's like, I'm gonna go be evil. No, or that is some moral failing or anything. Is that more often than not, people find themselves in bad situations, and bad situations tend to make for bad outcomes. Hell, even Cecil said it himself.
We can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world.
And while I'd like to dispute that, it's easier said than done, especially while I'm sitting my fat ass down in a chair, making this video on